What's up, y'all? What's up? This is your boy Positive T coming at you guys with a video today. We are going to talk about the difference between Mounjaro and Zepbound. However, before we get started, I need to read a disclaimer for you guys. Uh-oh. I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. If you need medical advice, please consult with your personal care team or your doctor. This video is for educational purposes only. This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activity or dangerous or harmful material. All content on this channel is meant for educational and entertainment purposes only and my personal experience. Okay? So now that that's done, let's get started. I do have to read a disclaimer with every video going forward. That's to protect me and my channel and also stay in, of course, YouTube guidelines and their rules and stuff. So I have to do the disclaimer, which, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of people do a disclaimer before they start in their video or at the end of their video, whichever one they go with. But yeah, it's good to do that just to protect yourself. So let's jump right on into it. Let's talk about Mounjaro and Zepbound and what's the difference between the both. Um, well, there is no difference, right? There is no difference. There's no difference between um, Mounjaro or Zepbound. No difference. Same medication, come from the same manufacturer. However, it just got different labels. Now, I know what some of you guys are wondering. Well, you have a box of the Zepbound and a pen for the Mounjaro. So there must be a difference. Okay, well, let me answer that if that's your question. And if you are new, you probably are not that aware of the difference between why I'm showing you a box of Zepbound and a pen for the Mounjaro. So, with Zepbound, they have the Zepbound vials that you can actually buy off of Lilly Direct. I won't talk about dose, but it starts with the lowest dose up to the highest dose that you can buy off Lilly Direct, and that is the self-pay option. However, you cannot get this vial with Mounjaro. Mounjaro don't come in a vial like the Zepbound do. However, Zepbound do come in a pen just like this Mounjaro pen. You can get a Mounjaro pen and also a Zepbound pen. They both come like this. Mounjaro do not come like this. Just this Zepbound comes like this. However, it's the same medication. Everything is the same. Trizipatide. Again, starting from the lowest dose to the highest dose. It's just that this vial you can get off of Lilly Direct self-pay option. This you have to go get from your pharmacist, and if you're paying for it, you're gonna pay over $1,200 for it. Most of the time, people have insurance that get this. I haven't saw anybody pay cash for the Mounjaro. I'm sure that there may be some people that do. I just don't know who they are or came across them. But these pens of Mounjaro, about $1,200 and up. Don't really know the price, so don't quote me on that. even. Don't quote me on that price. Um, but that is the only difference between Zepbound and Mounjaro is the fact that Zepbound come in options, Mounjaro don't come in no options. However, it is talk out there that Mounjaro will be in multi use vials. Um, Kind of something sort of like the Zepbound. Uh, this Zepbound is a single use vial. This is not a multi use vial. It's a single use. Um, but they said that Mounjaro will be coming in a multi use vial right along with the Zepbound for the self pay option. But that's the talk on the street. Don't really know that for sure until they come out with it. Um, but again, both of them is the same drug, just two different labels. Mounjaro is labeled for um, type 2 diabetics. Zepbound is labeled for um, obesity. So if you have insurance and your insurance is paying for one or the other, if they're paying for Zepbound, it's because of obesity, and if they're paying for Mounjaro, it's because you are type 2 diabetic. Okay? And that is the difference between the Mounjaro and the Zepbound. They both come from the same manufacturer, which is Eli Lilly, and they both have the same effect. They do the same thing. They both is tirzepatide. Um, and they both have done very well for me. Um, I started on Mounjaro back in October when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and I found that my insurance was not going to cover Mounjaro. So I looked into the Eli Lilly direct self-pay option, and I got Zepbound. That's why you see me with the Zepbound, because I was on this. But now you see me with Mounjaro because in January, my insurance started to cover Mounjaro for my diabetes. So now I will be taking Mounjaro, the pen, because my insurance paid for it. I don't have to pay almost $500 for Zepbound anymore. I'll be taking my pen. And guys, y'all, it has been a very well journey for me. I'm not at the end of my journey yet. I'm not at my goal weight. I'm still working on it. My A1C levels has came down dramatically. When I started in September, I started with my A1C at 11.1. It is now 5.5. As of last week when I went to the doctor, my A1C is 5.5. My high blood pressure is down. I have lost over 50 pounds. Y'all, I have lost over 50 pounds in such little time. I may have lost the weight a little too fast. But again, I'm still not at my goal weight. I still got about 20 more pounds to go. So I'm going to slow up on losing the weight. Try to slow up. I don't know why the weight just fell off. But yeah, I'm going to try to slow it up and try to lose it a little bit slower for the next couple of months. But these medication has changed my life, y'all. It really has. And with me being a trucker, weight loss journey is hard out there on the road being a trucker, with truck stop food being so unhealthy. But what I will say, I don't eat as much. I do exercise a lot. I do go to the gym. I get my cardio. I do some weightlifting. I do it all. I try to make sure I'm get my protein goes, fiber, and I drink plenty of water on the truck. Because not to mention, just drinking water while I'm driving down the road keeps me up so that I'm not sleepy. But what I will say that there is some side effects to the medication, and the main two that I have had is constipation and fatigue, which I will talk about that in another video. I will touch on the constipation and the fatigue and what steps I took to combat it. But that's for another video. But for now, that is it. I'm gonna get out of here because it is Sunday night and unfortunately I gotta work. All right, for now, peace.